Hello and welcome back to this moon messages reading. So this is going to be from the full moon eclipse, and it's a total eclipse and the last eclipse of the year from the 28th of October, so today when I'm filming this, till the new moon in Scorpio. Oh, hang on, did I say Taurus? Full moon in Taurus. Till the new moon in Scorpio on the 13th of November. Okay, I have already shuffled the cards. There's quite good energy, and there's a lot of cards coming up with the same sort of messages as I've been sharing it in my other social media posts lately. So I've done some videos, I've done some like card in the car videos, I've done some short videos about fear and things like that, and there is some things coming up about fear again. It just seems to be quite a thing at the moment for a lot of people wanting to kind of, you know, get into their dreams, like, you know, push themselves forward. However, there's fear in the way, and so we're going to talk a little bit about that. I also want to kind of switch it up a bit, because normally I do the crystal at the end. However, it wanted to be picked first, so I normally pick the moon cards first, then the crystal, but the crystal actually wanted to be picked first, and it's moved position, so it's just before the last card. So interesting, we'll see what that brings up. So as I mentioned, the full moon is in the last eclipse of the year, and so it's going to be a very powerful, very strong moon, and apparently the full moon is at its fullest at 8:24 p.m. GMT. So if you are in the UK, then that's when you want to be doing your rituals and, you know, letting go and all of that stuff at that time. If you're not in the UK, then work out what time that would be for you. Okay, so I'm going to read through the cards. The first card we have is Believe in Good Luck. Now, there's things coming up recently that I've come across where you have people talking about luck and, you know, saying, oh, you know, things aren't always luck. And when you say, oh, they're just lucky, you know, those people have these things happen to them because they're lucky. And, you know, there's the argument of you create your own luck and you make things happen yourself. And actually, yeah, you do. You still have to kind of take those actions and make those moves. Things don't always just fall in your lap, and, you know, some people just, you know, win competitions and things like that, but, you know, they had to enter that competition to win it. So you know, there's an element of you putting in the work as well. However, this is kind of bringing up the energy of skepticism. I can never say that word. I think I said it straight away then though. So the skeptics, the people who are constantly just brushing off, you know, anything like, oh, you know, they're just lucky and they always win stuff. And it's kind of that mindset, that negative mindset that creeps in from time to time, and it blocks your way. Okay, it's the lack mentality. It's the mentality that says, I'm not good enough to win anything. I'm, you know, the bottom of the pile, or, you know, there's people who are just so much more lucky than me and they just have everything and I don't have anything. And, you know, there's that mindset, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be as strong as that. Sometimes it can be a little subtle thing that comes up. So, like, you know, if someone's got the dream life that you want, and you kind of, you know, look at them and you admire them, but then there's this little part of you that goes, oh, that's not fair, you know, it's really not fair. And just pay attention to that little voice, okay, because that is kind of energetically in the way for you. Okay, so you have to believe in good luck, right? You have to believe in your luck. You have to believe in the positive things that can happen for you, okay? Because I'm sure at some point in your life you have had good things happen to you. Okay, you've had miracles happen to you. You've had little blessings happen to you. People have, and they don't have to be like these huge things. They can be someone does a favour for you. Someone, I don't know, gives you their car parking, you know, ticket, whatever, you know, things like that. Or, do you know what I mean? Like, they can be like little things that are just lovely acts of kindness, and sometimes they're, you know, things that are lucky. You know, we can see them. It's just the way you're seeing things, basically. All right. The next card we have is Let Your Fears. Oh, hang on. Pick it up. Let your fears dissolve. and it was in reverse. However, it doesn't mean the opposite. It was pointing towards me, so it's kind of digging deep, right? It means really digging deep and getting clear on what your fears are. Now, I have talked about this. I might have talked about this in the last moon messages, but I know I've definitely talked about it on my recent videos on Instagram and TikTok. A lot of the cards are coming up at the moment talking about fears and the fears being in your way. But sometimes these fears are actually buried right deep down. So you might think to yourself, same as the luck thing, right? Like I said, it can sometimes be subtle. And sometimes we aren't even aware of the fears that we have. We just know that something is stopping us from stepping forward into something, right? Whether that's stepping forward into a career that we want, a job change, or a relationship, or I don't know, like starting a course or whatever, right? Sometimes we think, oh yeah, I'm fine, like I'm happy to do that, but actually you're not doing it, right? And you keep putting it off, or you just get distracted and do something else and you never get around to doing that thing. That's the underlying, that's the real deep down fear that's in the way, right? So I would encourage you during this full moon to really ask yourself, why am I not doing the thing, right? Why am I not doing what I said I was going to do? Or maybe doing something that I said I would like to do that, and I can do that. However, I'm not doing that. Why am I not doing it? Right? And just be honest with yourself. I did talk about this in the last moon messages. I'm sure I did, about being truthful and honest with yourself. And I feel like we're still kind of in that energy. Of course we are, because it's at the beginning of this reading and at the end of the last one. And I remember the truth bit being at the end of the last one. So that makes complete sense. Okay, so it's all going to be like full moon energy, and it's about what you're letting go of and what you're releasing. And because it's the eclipse, and the new moon was an eclipse as well, so they're both really strong energies. And I've just noticed that it says full moon in Cancer on here. Now the Cancer star sign, the energy of Cancer, it's a water sign, right? And water is all about emotions. Fear is a strong emotion. Okay, so yeah, I would encourage you to really get clear on that emotion of fear and where that might be blocking you from just stepping into something, whatever that is for you that you haven't done yet, right? It's something you've been putting off, or something that you just don't do, you're just not doing. Okay, and don't be hard on yourself about it. Just be curious about it, and ask yourself, oh, okay, what is it, what's in my way? Okay, and just maybe play with it, have a bit of a giggle with it. Right? Oh, why have I not done that yet? Oh, I'm so stupid, like, and yeah, just make light of it. Okay. The next card is detoxify, which is still, full moon energy. It's about and full moon in Taurus, so that's what we're in today. So detoxifying anything that doesn't serve you, that doesn't what did I hear earlier this morning? I heard something that, because normally when we talk about full moon energy, we talk about releasing what doesn't serve you, right? Letting go of things that don't serve you. But there was something I heard about emotions, and again we're going back to the last card about emotions, and it was something that doesn't really that's not helpful for your emotions, right? So if there's anything that isn't kind of making you feel emotionally safe, like not really helping your emotions, like you find that your emotions are actually worse when you're doing this thing or around this person, or you're focusing on this certain situation, right? Are your emotions worse when you're focusing on that situation, or are they better? Like, pay attention to those things in your life that are affecting your emotions, and you want to get rid of anything, or just limit the things that are creating negative emotions, or just they're not really helping and supporting your emotions. And you want to keep things around you that are encouraging and supporting positive emotions, and helping you grow emotionally, and supporting you emotionally. Okay, so I'm glad that came up, actually, because I was thinking that earlier. I was thinking, as soon as I heard that, I was like, I need to do a video on that, because I never thought of it that way. I always thought of, oh, anything that doesn't serve you, and you know, but yeah, if you actually narrow it down to emotions, that really helps. So okay, the next card we have is talk less, feel more. This is, again, it's directly underneath the first card, which was about that negative mindset, that lack mentality, that, you know, I'm not good enough, or I don't win anything, you know. And this is, you might not necessarily be that type of person. However, you might find that you are either talking to yourself inside like that and nobody else hears it. Pay attention to that. Or you're talking to people a lot, or being around people who talk like that a lot, and that's not helping you. Again, the emotion side, right? It's not helping your emotions, so it's probably bringing your mood down. If you're constantly thinking negative about yourself, or you're talking about the things that you don't have in your life, or you're talking about yeah, just, I don't know, just be careful about what you talk about, because words carry a lot of energy, right? I've just been shown a glass of water, and there was an experiment done. Yeah, there was an experiment done with like a glass of water, and I think oh, what was it? Something about like talking into this water, and if you talk like positively, oh my god, what was it? Something like, if you talk positive to this water, it like done something to the water, and it was like a lot clearer or purer or something like that. I don't know, we'll have to look it up. It's, yeah. Oh, I wish I should have got clear on that before I started talking about that. But yeah, it can have positive effects on the water and the molecules in the water if you talk with positive words. And there's been like manifestation techniques and stuff like that, where you actually, if you talk positive into water and then drink it, you can manifest things. But you know, that depends whether you believe in all that or not. But yeah, it does have a different effect on the molecules and things like that, apparently, scientifically. So it's just what I read anyway. But you know, you always, whether you believe what you read is another thing, isn't it? I don't know why I've just been shown that though, but yeah. So talk less about those, like talk less about those things, like negative things or in that energy, and feel more, right? So feel into the things that you do have, the things that you have manifested in the past, like the good things, like I said, the things that people have done for you, the nice things, the acts of kindness, all of those lovely things. What is, oh sorry, just seen a message from TikTok. Getting distracted. Yeah, so feel more into those good times, right? And I've said this before many times, that when you do that, you will kind of attract more of the feel good things. Okay. I feel like I've kind of exhausted that card now. It's saying like stop now, you can move on. Anyway, right, so the next card is the crystal card. So normally do this at the end, however I really felt to do it now, and I've never had this card in all of the times I have used this deck. I've never seen this card, I have never used this card, I've never talked about this card, never shown it on here. And it's strange because before I did this reading, I put on my new jumper, bought this today, and I went to do my video, and then I thought, no, I need my rose quartz on. So I put my rose quartz on, and we've got the rose quartz. And I was like, whoa, that's odd. That's really odd. So rose quartz is all about love, okay? It brings through the love energy, the love frequency. So I'm going to read what it says, and I automatically love what it says. So essential meaning of rose quartz is self-love. I've got shivers. Self-worth, being enough, and worthiness. Bearing in mind, I have spent the last, well, on Wednesday night and Thursday night, I went to stay in a retreat, a little cabin, right? Not far from me, but I thought I need to take myself off, and I need to work on my self-love, my self-worth, like all of that, right? so I've been in that energy. So it doesn't surprise me that that this card has come up. Okay, so I'm going to read out what it says. When rose quartz spirit appears, you are called to pay attention to one of the most wonderful creations the universe has ever brought into being. You. Have you forgotten how beautiful you are? You have so many strengths and a unique set of qualities that will be like magical superpowers as you walk the healing path. Rose quartz spirit has come to remind you of your soul's worth. Many people will benefit simply from knowing you and being in your presence. Drinking in the love. What did I just say about drinking water? I knew there was a reason why I said that. Drinking in the love that radiates from your heart. Trust that the conscious universe is always there to fill you up with the power of love whenever you need it, and remind you that you are worthy of all that you seek, for you are an exquisite expression of divinity. What a powerful and one-of-a-kind source of healing love you are. Relationship message. We are conditioned to forget how amazing we are. So when rose quartz spirit shows up, it's because now is a time for being aware of how quickly we forget our beauty and our worth. Have you been falling into comparison trap and convincing yourself that you aren't good enough? What did I say about looking at other people and saying, oh, they're just lucky and all of this and I'm not good enough? Convincing yourself that you aren't good enough and that you have to work hard to deserve what you want for yourself. No. Let go of that scarcity mentality. Comparing yourself to someone else should be done only when you want to identify those matching inner strengths of yours that you wish to amplify, so that you may experience even more love and prosperity. Today is a good day to connect with what you see and love in others and feel the presence of those attributes within yourself. Remind yourself of the times when you have been strong, smart, playful, confident, whatever the quality is within you. Know that you have all you need, and you will see your relationship reflecting that you are worthy of what you desire. Prosperity message. I'm just smiling because this is just so strange how I've been doing this type of work over the last few days. Anyway, prosperity message. Now is the time to be mindful of how quickly you can fall into false beliefs about not being enough, and to take action towards acknowledging your self-worth. Today is a day for loving yourself and recognizing all that is good and beautiful and true about you. That way you can start to see the many gifts you have, some obvious and some too long hidden from your awareness. Discover the incredibleness, that's a word, of you that the universe knows and loves. Then it will be easier to let go of the old ways of relating to abundance in the world. You will see that it is yours to enjoy, that you are worthy of the affluence and wealth you seek. Step into fully accepting that you deserve a firm foundation of material wealth. Crystal Spirit Meditation. Rose quartz is often identified with romantic love, but this beautiful stone in fact encourages us to experience love in its myriad forms. From a mother's tender care of her child to random acts of service or kindness towards a stranger. This is so strange. Rose quartz encompasses all expressions of love, including self-love. Meditation with this stone brings the knowing that that we are a part of this loving frequency, that we are perfect and always have been. How amazing is that? Like, literally, that was the first card I chose before all of the moon cards. And how many times did it repeat what I've just said in those moon cards? That's amazing. And then finally, we go back to the moon cards because that crystal just wanted to scooch in there before we did the last card. The last card is push through any insecurity. What do you have to do that? You have to realise your worth. So that's why the crystal card came before that one, right? Rose quartz came before this one. You have to recognise your worth to push through any insecurities, any fears, any lack mentality, anything that's in your way of stopping you from achieving what you want, from getting what you want, from getting what you desire. So whatever that fear is, whatever that insecurity is, you have to work on that, right? That is crucial to recognise your self-worth, recognise what you are deserving of, worthy of, what you're capable of, right? All of the good things about you. You have to, you know, dig deep and find those things within you. Think about the things that people say about you that are amazing, right? And soak it all in. Like, really just pay attention to it and just recognize the things in you that you love about yourself. Or, you know, I've said this before, you have to like yourself before you love yourself. And I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot of the time, but you won't kind of motivate yourself to step into anything, whether that's, you know, like I say, a new job, a relationship, a course, a dream, a goal, a desire, anything you want. You won't step into that until you believe that you are worthy of it and deserving of it. And the only way to believe that is to think more of yourself, to realize that you are good enough for those things, that you are capable of those things, that you are amazing and you deserve those things, right? So let go of those insecurities. With this full moon, write down all of the insecurities that you have, all of the things that you believe negatively about yourself as to why you can't receive what you want, why you can't step into what you want. Write them all down and ask for this full moon eclipse energy to release those, let them go, right? Then rip it up, burn it, like bury it, throw it down the blue, like whatever you've got to do, flush it away, like get rid of it, right? And just believe that you can have these things, and then let go and just see what happens, right? So when you believe in yourself, then yeah, that's when things start to happen. So how powerful was that? I love that, and it just feels like really good energy as well. I also felt, right, I've set this up differently today. I felt the loving energy. I felt the rose quartz energy before I even started the reading, because I put a candle on. I never light a candle. I've got my new lamp. Right, I bought this the other day. I've got this right in front of me. I never have any of this going on when I do my readings. So it was just all there anyway. And like I said, I put my rose quartz on before I'd even done the reading. So there we go. It's magical, right? We just know these things. Anyway, so I'm going to love you and leave you now. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you do want to book a personal reading, I'm still taking bookings. All my details are in the description box. And yeah, I will speak to you on the next one. Bye.